Before we invite him on, are we calling Stolen Valor?
We can't do it directly because if you're wrong, it's a high stakes game.
If this takes like a wild turn, like, I'm in.
All right. You ready to come on, my man?
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to another episode of Men at Work. I'm Kyle Pagan, as always, joined by Matt Peebles. Matt, where are we at today?
Dude, we are at the Portal of Philadelphia. Brand new portal. It opened, legit yesterday?
2 days ago.
2 days ago. The portal, dude. We're
Yeah.
connecting with our Dublin brothers, our Lithuanian brothers.
And our Polish brothers.
And is it the Poles?
Yeah, dude, they went real Eastern Bloc heavy.
The Poles, dude. They'd probably have the inverse of the portal. Instead of having a screen and a big circle around it, it's just a big screen of a circle and the inside's just metal.
Yeah.
It's Polak move.
We were going to set up in front of the portal, but we were kindly asked to leave, so we're setting up at the corner, and the portal is technically behind us. I hope we get some B-roll. I think Vito's going to get it and stuff.
Yeah,
but
get some P-roll.
Yeah, dude, it's a portal into another country.
Yeah.
It's still standing after 48 hours. I don't think anyone thought that was going to happen.
Yeah, no.
And I've been very surprised by how great the townspeople of Philadelphia have treated the portal.
They seem pretty nice, although I did see the first day, I think somebody said there was a crack in it, which...
That happened on transportation. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that blasphemy. That we did it.
It happened on transportation.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody dropped it?
Oh, no, we stole it from New York.
Ah.
Yeah, it was in New York's portal, and then they were acting all nefarious, and they said, nope, can't do it in New York anymore. You got to bring it down to Philadelphia.
Some guy came up with the greatest excuse where he cracked it. He was terrified of his boss. He knew it was going to Philly, and he was like, it's like the Liberty Bell. That's
Dude,
why I did it.
That's great marketing by
there
that
you
guy.
go.
I like that guy. That guy's thinking
Ba-boom.
quick on his feet. How
That's
you doing
me.
today?
I'm sick, dude. I'm sick, and it hurts, and I feel bad because I'm not good at being sick. I'm a baby when I get sick.
Sorry, baby. I'm a baby when I'm sick, too. I think it's a man thing.
It is.
It's weird that you want to be a man, in front of your girlfriend until you get sick and you're just like, take care of me, please.
No, I'm like that even when I'm not sick. So that's kind of a battle you're fighting. But dude, I work in an office with people around my age, like young adults. Yo, if you have a kid that gets sick with diseases that I haven't felt since 1998, maternity leave should be 18 years long. Let the kid build an immunity, get vaccines, whatever they got to do. I'm so sick of having a cold all the time. It's literally every day I go in, everybody's coughing and sniffing. It's like a Civil War hospital. We're just limping around.
A lot of hand, foot, and mouth.
It's nuts. It feels like they all work at Chernobyl post-blast. They're walking around, they're frail, their hair's falling out.
One guy's ears displaced. It's
Yeah, dude.
the fuck happened? And it's like, yeah, kid's got hand, foot, and mouth again.
Yeah, what does that even mean? Every kid has a hand, a foot, and a mouth. I don't even know what that disease means.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, I work from home. I got it made, dude.
It's one of those. I remember growing up, everybody had hand, foot, and mouth, which I was like, I don't even know what that means. And then they're like, it's like other kids have athlete's foot. And I'm like, don't know what that means either.
I had a bad case of athlete's foot.
What does it mean?
Just itchy foot.
Itchy foot? I've
It's
had that
just
forever.
like you just don't wash your toes enough.
I can see. Well, it's kind of tough for you. As a tall guy, do you wash your legs?
No, man. You don't go below the shin. And sometimes you don't even get to the shin. I get to the knees a lot.
Do you just get you get too tired going all the way down there?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. I got a bad back.
I'm right there with you, brother.
I got a bad back.
I'll tell you what. I got the worst back of all time. Speaking of kids, when I was in Disney World, not weird, nothing wrong with it. It's totally okay for adults to go there. My back gave out the entire time when I was in Epcot. Land of the future.
So you haven't washed your ankles in decades.
Oh my God, I don't even know what those things look like, dude. I'm like a chubby guy who can't see his penis. I don't even know what the back of my foot looks like.
So what day are you sick on right now?
This is day 2, and that's the worst.
Ooh.
Day 1, I'm kind of like, I should be fine. Have a couple drinks.
It's coming on. It might not come on. It might not. It might come on.
Yeah.
And then day 2, you're like, oh, it's here.
Yeah. Day 2, today I woke up this morning with bloodshot eyes and I was coughing, and everybody in my office was like, speaking of the hangover episode, everybody just looks at you when you're my age and they're like, oh, this guy tied one on last night. He's a scumbag. And I'm like, no, your kids are killing me.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. So look, let the kids do their thing, but you're really just creating a bioweapon that people my age cannot handle anymore.
Do you think the sickness is getting more powerful?
I work too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no, it's universal.
It's not.
Okay.
You don't. It's not what it sounds like at all.
No, everybody making a complete virtue signaling pledge.
Yeah.
Actually, ladies have jobs. It's I know. That's why we can't get anything fucking done.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, if we wanted to have a 3-hour Joe Rogan podcast, we'd invite more ladies on.
Yeah, true. Yap fest. No, I'm kidding. Love ladies.
No, there's nothing like me not want you to be on my podcast. You're like, ladies can be on podcasts too. It's like, yeah, now we're starting off on the wrong foot.
Yeah, whatever happened to presenting yourself as an endearing person to get people to want to interact? Now it's just kind of why do you deserve to know me? It's
Yeah.
like, I'll put a gun on my mouth and kill myself in front of you right now. Does that answer your question?
Do you think sicknesses are getting worse? Do you think like when you first started your job, like do you get more of the common cold, more or less?
I think it is like that 2020 disease. I think like that was a year of like getting the sniffles was scary.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you have like almost like a PTSD of like anytime you get sick, a little bit of your brain is like, remember when I was really scared of getting sick like 3 or 4 years ago? So every time I get like a head cold now, I am a little bit like, oh no.
Do you have allergies?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
So I never got allergies.
Yeah.
Until the summer after 2021, where my allergies were really, really bad, and people were starting to say that is because we wore masks all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just wondering if like you felt like, did you get like feel like you got sicker? Did you feel like you got allergies, or did you feel like your immune system was worse after we did like an entire year of masking, or 2 years, year and a half?
Yeah, I think it might have been. Again, it just might have been like a anti-placebo, or every time you got sick after the virus, you're like, this could be it's the first time you ever got sick, and you're like, what if this is the first version of this sickness ever? I never had that thought. Anytime I got the flu or pneumonia.
I never think about that stuff.
No?
No.
What do you think about? It's pretty sweet.
The Eagles?
Beast. Let's go.
Go Birds?
Perhaps.
The portal?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I really don't think about much more than like this job, my job, and sports,
Yeah, true.
which kind of just intertwine with each other.
Yeah.
God, I'm boring.
Shut off, dude.
Let's redo that. Let's redo that. What do I think about?
Yeah.
Tits. Nah.
Boobies. Yeah, we fucking think about big old knockers slapping around.
Yo.
Hello, Kyle. What are you doing?
Nothing. Sitting here watching the game, smoking some Thrive.
Are you all alone? Who's that?
Yo, pick up the phone.
What's up?
Yo, Cheeto, pick up the phone.
Yo. What's up?
What you doing, son?
Nothing. Just chilling. Killing.
True. Listen, we're going to bring a guest on right now. I know we don't have a lot of guests on this podcast.
Yeah.
But he's one of our favorites. He's one of our favorite TikTokers. He's participated in content with me and Matt before. He's always in our comments and everything.
Yeah, man.
He's one of the funniest guys in Northeast Philadelphia.
Easily.
Northeast Philadelphia. He's one of the funniest guys in Philadelphia. I'm sorry, not just the Northeast part.
The tri-state area.
He's got a story, and I just want to devolve into it. Coming from like prison to like successful content creators.
Yeah, dude.
Pretty sick.
He's a well-rounded guy.
Sit over here.
Get over here,
Go on
dude.
this side.
The man himself.
Jawnski.
I wish we had an audience.
Yeah, I wish we. Actually, I can press this. One of these. There we go. Dude, you didn't even know we had that, did you? You didn't know we had that, yeah?
Can we get the mixer a little closer to me?
Oh, Jesus
my God,
Christ. Look,
I
the
know.
guy's got
A
a
prima donna.
couple 100,000 followers on TikTok.
Listen, things get different. Things get
Shit's
different.
totally
How was
different.
the
Start-
rider? Was the rider okay? Did we get everything you wanted?
Yeah, I got my fruit, my cheese,
Those tampons and Swedish fish that we got you?
my white grape white owls.
He
There
made
you
us
go.
put sushi
Stale.
on Vito's belly. That was
Yeah.
a little weird, but you know.
What? For our guests, we'll do anything.
Yeah, you got the piggyback ride still has to come at the end.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Back to my car.
I was hoping you forgot about that one. How you doing?
I'm good, Bon.
You're like our third guest I think we've ever had that like we actually asked to come on.
Yeah, got to be like third or fourth. Yeah.
Well, I also kind of bullied my way into it.
Well, I mean,
Too
persistent. We did give you like a couple of months where we kind of just forgot to invite you on things, and then you would text it or you would DM us or comment and be like, "I'm still looking to get on here," and I'd be like, me and Matt would literally have these conversations and be like, "We should get Jawnski on."
Yeah.
It was never a forget. It was more of like we didn't even know how to do the podcast by ourselves. The last thing we need is somebody else. Like him and I are still navigating this thing. See you, Shawty.
Yeah.
Stolen valor. Anyway.
All right.
So what's your deal? I'm terrible at intros and stuff. I like people to talk. So I introduced you as one of the funniest guys in Philadelphia, successful content creator from prison.
From prison.
From prison.
Well,
It was better than that.
it's about that, but timeline's it's a little Tarantino on the timeline there, but
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's a pretty simple story. I had, a pretty shitty childhood. My mom is great. My dad sucks. Never really had too much growing up, and just typical Northeast Philly. Like lived in it. Hey,
Jesus. What's up?
What's up?
We're doing something right now.
What's up?
No, we got a whole thing we got to do.
What's going on? I can't let go of the mic.
Yeah, we got it.
Sorry,
We're live.
You're live?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're live right now.
Sorry.
That's cool.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. You're good.
Have a good night.
That's what you get. You do get. This is what you get for coming to Philadelphia.
Yeah, no,
True.
I know. This is not. I've dealt with this
Yeah.
my whole life. I don't. This is, you know what I mean. There's a difference. You like. I feel like like immediately when you're in danger.
Mhm.
You know what I mean. I didn't feel that way. I just felt like it was a bunch of kids trying to interrupt a podcast.
I feel like that at all times. I feel like I'm in danger nonstop. I
Well,
don't know
that's
how you
just
guys
my
could-
brain. So
Yeah.
like, if I let my brain decide if I'm in danger,
Yeah,
I'll
but
never
you've
leave my
been-
bedroom.
You've probably been in.
Yeah, you've been in real
Yeah.
danger.
Oh yeah.
We
I
aren't
mean,
dangerous.
Not at all.
yeah. I mean, but like, go birds. Yeah, so like I had a pretty rough life growing up. I got addicted to drugs really young. I started doing opiates with my old man at like 15.
It's a different kind of father and son bonding than I had.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a real TLC movie in my house,
Sure.
and I spent the first probably 15 years of my like young adult life and adult life just in and out of rehabs, jails, stuff like that. Then I got a pretty decent case. I was with this dude, and I'm probably gonna blow my whole career talking about this.
What'd you go for? What'd you go to?
So like I'm giving context. So I was like doing meth in a hotel for like 9 weeks with this dude in Bucks County, and like we were convinced the cops were after us. And
Fair.
so he was like, we need to get rid of everything we got. And for like some reason, this dude had a machine gun, and what's it called? He was like, I'm gonna sell it. And I was like, okay. I was like, and I was just like, I was like 130 pounds soaking wet. I looked like I live in a house with a gas leak.
Yeah.
And and so the dude's like, if you come with me, I'll break you off or whatever. I'm like, cool, no problem. And I knew the dude for
how much does an assault rifle go for in Philadelphia at that time?
I think it was like $300.
It's not bad. That's-
Yeah, it was like $300. It was like literally this old broken like Vietnam era SK.
Oh,
Can
okay.
I, just
And-
one quick question about
Yeah.
that 6-week period. What's that like?
9 weeks.
9 weeks. 9 weeks in a hotel.
When did you know? Well, I guess you never really knew that it was over. Because
No, it's just that. So like, it just got snatched away. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so it was like kind of like this thing like I planned on doing, for a while. And like, just because I was like in the thick of it at that point, like no phone, you know what I mean? And this is in like probably 2015. So like, this is not like, this is pretty recent history,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And, I had like no phone. I was just like mooching off this dude who sold drugs and living in a hotel with him and like his girl. And like, there was all these hookers and they would just like, what's crazy is when I got my life together, I was in AA with a bunch of those hookers and now they're decent moms.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, good for them.
Kinda
No
like a
kidding.
Full service 360.
circle,
Yeah,
yeah.
Philly 360 is what we like to
But-
call that. So, the dude he ended up that he set up to sell the gun with, he was an informant, but he was running the block in North Philly somewhere. Like I don't even remember the block specifically, but yeah. So the guy was an informant and he was running the block in North Philly, and the block was planned to get raided anyway. And the dude was like, "Yeah, bring me the gun, I'll buy it." And then so we pulled up on the street and we pulled up on Westmoreland. And when we parked and got out, we seen the dude walking up, and it was like this, like chubbier Puerto Rican guy.
Mhm.
And as soon as I seen the haircut, I was like, "Oh, we're going to fucking jail."
Yeah.
I was like, "I know what this is about." And I was already on probation, so I was like super screwed. But I had 15 Xanax in my pocket.
Yeah.
So like, you got two options there. You can either eat the gun or eat the drugs, or you're doing 10 years in prison.
Yeah.
So like, can't eat the gun. So I ate all 15 of the Xanax, and then woke up 3 days later. And the reason they were raiding all the blocks was because the Pope was coming to Philly that Sunday. It was when, so like when you see, if you find the Pope comes to Philly Inquirer, my arrest report is in that same paper.
No
like what-
shit,
Dude,
dude.
you know
You
how
gotta
much-
frame that.
Dude, that paper.
I've never told this story live ever.
Well,
I've never once.
Thank
Yeah.
you for doing
Yeah,
this.
We
saved
appreciate
it,
it.
saved it for men at work.
But-
My God.
God, I can't believe we tried
And
to
my
keep you off
therapist.
of this. No, dude, the fact that your arrest profile is probably hung on so many Italian women in South Philadelphia's homes is insane.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy. I'm wallpaper in a kitchen on Passyunk.
Wow, dude. That's crazy. You got your newspaper next to like a shitty Jesus
Yeah,
candle.
I'm framed in like one of those shitty, ugly wood frames. You know,
Yeah.
like the thin one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now,
That's fun. That
I want to go back to the haircut. How'd you know?
What do you mean?
How'd you know the Puerto Rican's haircut? You guys were fucked.
Oh, just like he just too clean cut. You know what I mean? Hopped out of a Ford Taurus, like a '06 Ford Taurus. I was like, oh yeah, we're going to jail.
Was he
Yeah.
a cop or was he? You said he was an informant, so he got.
No,
flipped.
no. The dude he sent. I never knew the guy that was officially set up, but the guy who got out was a cop right
Got it.
away.
Okay.
So like they weren't even, and the dude that I was with just let the deal go down anyway. He still handed it to him. On my children,
Jesus Christ.
still handed it to him. So as I'm walking around the other side of the truck, they're already swarming the block.
Yeah.
And so there was like probably 20 cop cars. They shut the whole street down, and so I'm eating the Xanax, and the cop.
Are you doing all at once? Is it
Yeah,
Xanax
yeah,
all
chew-
at once?
chewing them. Yeah,
Not like
just,
one by one.
yeah, just straight forget-me-not dust. $5 felonies. Just
Dios
yeah, 15 of them
míos.
right at once. And I woke up, with $100,000 and some bail 3 days later in CFCF on quarantine.
So you were zanned out from all that shit, and you woke
with
up
a broken
in the
nose and a
jail.
broken orbital bone. Because when I was eating it, one of the last things like I
was gonna ask
really
you.
consciously
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
is the cop running up towards me. He was coming from the alleyway across onto Westmoreland, and he saw what I was doing. He saw me shoving the shit in my mouth, and he like threw me down and telling me to get on my knees. So I like dropped to my knees, and he kicked me.
Oh.
And I hit my head like off the hitch of the truck.
Yeah.
And I broke my nose and my orbital bone. My mugshot, my face is all jacked up.
It's like a Joel Embiid, dude. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, I
Yeah,
needed
that-
the mask. That's what I needed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
Not really, but yeah. So then I went to jail, and
How long did you get?
I ended up doing a little under a year because I beat the
Oh.
yeah. So what happened was the dude like thought like as if we weren't both guilty. Like so he tried like to flip, and like kind of he was just like he was like that wasn't mine. Yeah, so like he like dry snitched on me essentially.
Yeah.
He was like it wasn't mine, and the cops were like, listen, it was like it came out of the backseat of a truck registered in your name.
Right.
Like he's beat for being on probation and being in a car with it anyway.
Yeah.
So like all I got possession of the instrument of a crime, carrying a firearm in the streets of Philadelphia with carrying a firearm in the streets of Philadelphia without a permit. And because of it, like at first they gave me violations of the Uniforms Firearms Act, whatever that means. Like when they put you in there, you get a bracelet that says that on it. It says VUFA on it. And like it took me like a week to figure out what that meant. And and then I was in there, and then I spent my like 11 months at House of Corrections, the jail that's closed now. The one was like Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
Oh, for real.
I can't
Yeah.
get over just like, so when you come to and you're in, I guess, a jail cell, like I think about times I wake up after a blackout and I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck happened? Like,
Yeah.
what is like your immediate thought when you come to?
Being in Philly, high bail, I was like, what the fuck did I do?
Yeah.
Fucking white privilege check bounced today.
Yeah, dude. I hear you,
fucked
brother.
up bad.
You got to use it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to use it.
Don't fucking put in me saying yeah.
Oh, all right.
I work with national brands. So I was like, I ended up so I had no paperwork and nothing. And how CFCF is, it's locked down all the time too, because there's only like limited blocks of the general population there. So like when shit happens, they lock the block down. Shit happens all the time. It's gladiator school. Motherfuckers are playing razor tag over there. So like that's like there's two like real bad jails on State Road, CFCF and PIC.
Is that the one of them was where Meek was?
Yeah, well, Meek was probably in all of them at one point, I assume.
Yeah.
So like,
But the one right by the Union Stadium, I know that's the one that Meek was in.
that's RCF, I believe.
Okay.
So that was a women's jail when I was there. So that's not a women's jail anymore, from what I heard. But I haven't, I've had my life together for a long time now. So
Yeah.
like I'm kind of out of touch with the locations and
The jails,
latitudes and
yeah.
longitudes of
in a good way.
prisons.
It's the best thing to forget
Yeah,
about.
no, it's sick.
So you do your year,
Yeah.
and how long did it take you to start doing content?
Well, I did a year in Philly actually, and then I had a violation in Bucks County, and then I had to go up there for 6 months, and then I had my violation there was for an old drug charge, and so they let me out on like drug and alcohol conditions. So like I would have had to do. They wanted to give me more time than I got for the actual crime, for the probation violation. They like my initial offer in Philly was they offered me 7 to 21 years. And because there was 100 bullets in a canister, it's sitting in the bed of the truck, but the gun failed the ballistics test. So like it it slowed the whole process up, and we ended up cutting a deal.
So the fact that the gun didn't shoot.
Yeah, we never fired it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no bullet discharge, no firearm.
Can you have an assault? So it's an assault rifle,
Right. No, if it doesn't shoot bullets with no pulling back the trigger repetitively, no machine gun.
So the fact
No
that you
shit.
had the 100 bullets in there, you got off with a lighter sentence than you would.
No, not because of the 100 bullets, because the gun didn't fire.
At like in a couple days, like
They waited really this
like the
takes
gun,
time.
like if you took the gun and you shot it at something, it would not shoot.
No, it's broken.
Okay, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Oh,
it was
wow.
broken. And so
Yeah.
I don't know like a whole lot about that stuff.
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like I know like when we got the ballistics report back, because you can get anything like that in your discovery. Like it said that it failed the ballistics. So
It's kind of
like,
nice
it never
to
fired.
it's kind of nice to do meth with a scam artist who just tried to scam somebody out of $300 for a gun, and then it kind of in a sick way.
Yeah, besides
Oh,
the
yeah.
horrors of being in the Philadelphia
Besides that
prison
part,
system.
besides that part, but it could have been 721.
But and the guy was still trying to make the sale while this is all happening. I know you mentioned that he's still
So, like,
trying
he's
to
seen the
get
guy-
it all.
Always be closing, man.
So, like,
always be closing.
Yeah, that guy.
Glengarry
He's
Glen
probably
Ross.
selling cars
The Wolf
somewhere
of
right
Broad
now.
Street, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
Um,
So you're prison and everything. You did your stint. You cleaned yourself up and everything. When does the
No, I didn't clean myself up for not for like 3 more years. I got out and got worse. I just didn't go to jail as much. I would just keep going to rehab constantly. I was in rehab 24 times before I got sober.
Is it voluntary rehab, or do you like kind of get forced in there
So
by?
it would depend on the circumstances. So, like I was on probation, so like a lot of times, like to avoid jail, you just you call your PO and be like, "Yo, I'm not coming. I'm gonna piss out, but I'm gonna check myself in a detox."
Yeah.
A couple times they were like, "Nah, we're coming to get you anyway. Like, stay put."
Right.
And like, but if you check yourself in the facility, they can't execute a warrant on you because of HIPAA.
Oh, I have heard that. That's like normal
Bucks
in the
County
workplace
though.
too.
Bucks County though violated my rights and walked right into Today Incorporated and pulled me out of there.
Did you get money?
What? No, hell no. There was no body cams back then. Not at that point.
Another reason to shout out Delco.
Yeah.
No, that's Bucks County. I'm not from Delco.
All
Don't
right,
disrespect me like that.
so you clean up. I like that. Claim it.
Yeah.
When did you start content?
14 months ago, 15 months ago.
Oh fuck! What were you doing before?
Dude, I have face tattoos and a long fucking record. I didn't have a lot of options in life. You know what I mean? And being an apartment maintenance guy got fucking old really quick.
Yeah, that's fair.
Got it.
Yeah, so like I had like a bunch of just bullshit jobs. Like my real dad owned a construction company, but he was just a drug addict. So like I would work for like a week and he would like give me like 2 perk 30s and then be like your beat and
That'd
then,
be your payment.
yeah,
Your beat.
yeah. No, that's serious.
I win again.
Yeah,
Checkers, chess,
yeah.
checkmate.
Yeah, he's like, what are you gonna do? Not show up and not get these 2 pills next Friday?
Sure.
And I'd be like 9 to 5. You know what I mean?
Do what you love. You never work a day in your life, dude. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Shout out to CNC Construction.
That's got to be the slowest. That's a union construction thing. They're all on perks, fucking taking 6 years to build a bridge.
Actually, my dad's super anti-union. It's so like my dad. They used to like blow racks up.
Shocking.
They probably
Yeah.
drug test. Dude.
He's like, yeah, all the union guys don't take 2 perk 30s for pay.
Yeah, oh, my dad was taking a lot more than 2.
Some people worry about benefits. You're
My
worried about
dad's
perks.
doctor. My dad's doctor got life in prison for pill milling. Dr. Jeffrey C. Beto, look it up. I swear to God, he's in prison.
True.
He was pushing big pharma. You know what I mean? I was a direct victim of that. I
Yeah,
was like,
True.
you know what I mean? Like, and like, trust me, I put my nose to the bathroom counter. Like, don't get fucked up. You know what I
Right.
mean? But like, I also didn't have the brain capacity to know whether that was the right thing to do for me or not. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, I laugh about it now, but like behind, like, and put a humor in front of it because like I have to.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what else am I gonna do? Like spend my life being miserable, not be there for my kids, and
True.
end up the same guy?
True.
Like, fuck that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what were you? So 14, 15 months ago, what were you doing?
So I was working in an apartment complex
God.
right down the street from my house because like during the pandemic, I got like really bad agoraphobia. And
What's that?
I didn't want to leave the house. Like I was afraid of crowd. I got really afraid of crowds.
Social anxiety, but
Yeah,
even like.
and then I said to you before, like I suffer really bad from social anxiety,
I would not think so.
but like as soon as there's just this thing about like turning the camera on, it just goes away. It's just
Right.
like time to go to work, and
Got it.
I'm able
I think
to.
that's glory houndedness.
Yeah, I think that's yeah. That perhaps could be.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sitting on a bar stool somewhere talking about this in probably like 6 months.
You might be literally in Barstool talking
Yeah.
about this, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
Man.
They're not interested in me.
So
God damn it.
you're such a success story though, because like I thought you've been doing this for like years and stuff, but so you discovered TikTok and you just
yeah. So like I had like this gaming account like at one point before that, like where I put like a couple videos on it, and I just like whenever I do anything, like so like I'm acoustic, right? My guitar is not electric, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And like I get obsessed, right? Hyper obsessed about anything. When I was making those like little gaming Call of Duty clips,
Yeah.
I like learned how people edit like viral content, like just a little bit enough to have me like parallel interested in, you know, keep kind of like dip my toe into it. And then ended up losing that account for some reason. I like used like a copyrighted song and they banned the account.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, like I like always wanted to stream. I kept buying like streaming equipment and just being too nervous to do it. And I was like, saw people doing TikTok, and like I just saw some of the people doing TikTok, and I was like, I can definitely do that.
Yeah.
Like, because like you're in complete control of everything going on. You're editing it, you know what I mean? And like I talked to my boy, and this never would have happened without my wife and my boy, because like I hated my job that much. It was like severely affecting my mental health to the point I was going to check myself into a mental health facility.
Right.
Like with, you know, 8 or 7 years of having my life together. You know what I mean? Like I felt like I was falling apart at my job. Like my boss sucked. Like I just super toxic environment, and it just didn't feel worth like the money I was making. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you look like me, like the ceiling is not high financially. You know what I mean? Like
How old were you when you got the face tats? These were early on or later?
no, like I was like 25 when I got
Okay.
the first one. I had my life together.
How old are you
Yeah.
now?
31.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was
You had your life together when you got the face.
yeah. I got my first hate. So I have a knife tattooed right here.
Yeah.
Under that, I had a smaller knife that was my first one. I got it on my 1 year sober when I was doing like the AA thing.
Right.
Got it.
And like because I was just like so committed to not having to do what everyone else was doing, because I just hate the idea of working a fucking regular job.
Yeah.
Like why work a regular job when I could like sit on the corner in Philly and film a podcast?
Yeah.
Of course.
You know,
Or you
Why
could
not?
like dress up like you're in
Right.
the military and
But-
go on podcasts in Philly, stuff like that.
but yeah,
it's-
so like what like really sparked it was I started like kind of like lightly making videos on TikTok. I made a couple like edits and memes and stuff. And like I started getting like, you know, 4,000, 5,000 views. And I was like, maybe I'm onto something. I talked to my boy, and my boy Jay was like, you know, like you're funny. Like I think you're funny. Our friends think you're funny. Like I think you should be the person like talking. Like give that a shot. And I did that. And I liked it. I liked the idea of it. Like the videos didn't do well at first. Like the first couple didn't do well. And then I was like, you know, I'm seeing people like, you know, I started seeing how people make money on TikTok, like
Yeah.
just from making TikToks and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, people make money on this. Like, I really think if there's like a way, I might be able to figure it out. And he was like, yeah, dude, I think you can. He was like, what you should do is you should post every day for 30 days and I'll hold you accountable. And like I told my wife about it, and she just was like I had so many fucking crazy ideas: professional day trader, professional gambler. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Professional
That's kind of
day.
a
I don't even think
Yeah.
I'm legally allowed inside the stock market.
You did set like a pretty good baseline where it's like most people would be like, I'm going to be embarrassed making TikToks. But your wife's like, he's not doing fucking
Yeah.
heroin
I see.
anymore.
See, I reverse psychology. I set
you're
the
like,
bar
you set the bar low, and you're like,
I got all the
TikToks aren't even that
disappointment
bad.
out of the way in the first few years
That's
of the
right.
relationship.
Yeah.
So like whatever I did, I'm like a fucking astronaut.
You're
I'm
actually-
Buzz
yeah.
Aldrin in my house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'll do it. And I just started making like real, like original content and like sports related. It was Eagles season, and I'm a diehard Birds fan. And I, what's it called? On the 11th day, I convinced my wife to do a TikTok with me. And that was my first viral video,
Saw that one.
the Joe Burrow video.
Yeah.
And it just like felt like everything clicked. It felt like my best friend and my wife were like the keys to my success, you
Yeah.
know, and like the Eagles and, you know, football. And like, I'm like, whoa, when I take a second, slow down. Cause it was the fastest TikTok I made in those 11 days. It took me 15 seconds to make it. And, but the thing is, I did tell her what to say.
Yeah.
So like I wrote the skit essentially, but it was like, maybe this will be a good idea. And then like, I literally just like walked out of my bedroom door and then hit record and then walked up the steps into my room. That's where you see the video start. And after that, I had that first million and I was hooked. And it took like, I was still working a job at that point.
Yeah.
And it took like, I think like 7 months. Yeah, it took like 7 months to get to that like 10,000 follower, whatever they need you to have be monetized.
Some amount of, yeah.
But that whole time I was posting twice a day, every day. And I saw what really drove my content to be able to like, where I understood like the back end of making content was I saw this Colin and Samir interview. They're like tech guys, I think, and they interviewed Mr. Beast, but it wasn't like a Mr. Beast like typical like asking him about his life. They were just talking about like the analytics of content. And I was like, what if nobody's applying these principles to TikTok on how he makes a video? Because like if this dude's getting 1 billion views a month, like to think that he doesn't know what he's doing is crazy.
Yeah.
So I watched that interview probably like 100 times in 2 weeks.
Wow.
and really like on how important retention is and how important the first 5 seconds of a video is. Like if you can make a good 5 seconds of a video, then you can make a good 61 seconds and you can get paid to make those 5 seconds. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so I just focus on like, if I make a video, say it takes me an hour and a half to make a 1 minute video, right? It takes me 45 minutes to do the first 10 seconds. It's I think that much. I do like, I go as far as like when I'm finally done of what I think is the final draft, I put the phone next to me and don't look at it, and I hit play and I listen until I'm mentally checked out. And then that's where I come back and edit to.
Wow.
Yeah.
Smart.
Because
sense,
if I'm listening to me and I'm not interested, why the fuck is anybody else going to be
No, I
interested?
feel that. I feel that when I edit a video and I'm like halfway through, I'm kind of like, I know what is good and what is bad.
You're feeling it or you're not.
Exactly.
And sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes I just put it out there because like I didn't get something up today or whatever.
True.
And it works out. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious, like having your son is younger. Like he's probably on TikTok, I would guess. Is he like think it's pretty sweet? No.
They don't. They're not on social media.
Not yet.
No, I have 3 boys. There's 6. The other one will be 4 this week coming.
Oh, okay.
And then I have my youngest who just turned 1 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Now they're not on TikTok. Like they're aware. They just like think I'm like friends with like Logan Paul. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah, fine.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like my son got to hang out with Kid Leroy because of my TikTok. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
You
that
saw
was
that? Yeah.
it was crazy. You know what I mean? And I've done so much cool shit.
And
Like,
now this is your full-time job.
this is it. This is all I do. Yeah, I make videos. I say dumb shit on the internet. Like the thing is, you just got to be not afraid to send it. You gotta be afraid to like not be afraid to put that like hard opinion out there or like that funny thing that might be a little controversial, but it's a really good perspective of something.
Yeah.
Like I did a video today on Mia Khalifa and her views on the U.S. military. You know what I mean? And like when I sat down, you know what I mean, that shit was at like 10,000 views, and then when I moved back over here, it was at 30,000. You know what I mean? It's just it doesn't matter. Like if you think you can have a good idea, or like the other thing to do, like if you're growing, like sorry this turned into a seminar, but
No, this is good.
Yeah. It's
like
great.
if you're growing, trending topics, and don't use TikTok to find them. TikTok is behind the curve on everything because people have to edit videos. It takes longer. It's just it's like it's really simple when you think about it.
Yeah.
It takes so much longer to make a TikTok than to shoot a tweet out. Go to Twitter.
True.
Go to X or whatever. You know what I mean? It changed. You know, it identifies as
It's always
whatever.
I don't
Twitter,
even know. My Twitter is just boobs nonstop, dude. The amount of OnlyFans that I get that I haven't signed up for, I'm a goddamn saint.
It's an algorithm, dude.
Yeah, mine is all just like basketball dunks and cartel executions.
Yeah. The big 2.
Yeah, the big
of
2,
course.
right? Yeah, they're desensitizing me for what's coming.
First,
Yeah.
you gotta move over to the following tab. Okay, the following tab is your best friend.
Now I
Unless
get
you're
bored too quick. I go right back to For You, and it's like,
Yeah.
how about a chick with chocolate milk on her tits? And I'm like, pretty sweet. I like that. I kind of like where your head's at. Nest quick, Nest tits. How we doing?
just- Oh my
Full
God.
team.
Dude. Do you want to interview some people with us?
Yeah.
All right, you good?
Yeah, I just want to do this.
Yeah, take a sip of your drink. We'll get somebody on. Before we invite them on, are we calling Stolen Valor?
We can't do it directly because if you're wrong, it's a game of it's a high stakes game.
Tell the
because
people like what we explain it to the people because
Okay.
I don't
They're-
want to fucking.
look, there's for some people Halloween came a week early, so I'll put it that way.
Okay. All right. You ready to come on, my man?
I mean, we're gonna see how this goes. If this takes like a wild turn, like I'm in.
All right.
All right,
What's up, man? How are
you're
you?
the man for the job.
Fucking chilly out here.
Nah, dude, it's all in your brain. You've been through boot camp. You've been all right.
Yeah, I went in the summer.
You went in the summer. Damn.
Well, like late spring.
Yeah. Are you allowed to take the hat off, or you have to wear it?
Outside, I have to wear it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So, Navy.
Yes.
Thank you for your
Navy.
service.
No problem.
Appreciate it. You said
Thank
you
you for your
just went to boot camp.
I went to boot camp way back in 2016, actually.
You just told
Okay.
me you went to boot camp where you sat down. I was there in the summer. I thought you said
8 summers ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was like late spring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where were you?
Our boot camp was in Great Lakes, Illinois, right outside Chicago.
Got it.
So are you stationed here, or you're just living?
I'm stationed Reserve Center right outside Wilmington, Delaware.
Okay.
But I live here in Center City, Philadelphia.
So you commute every day, just go back and forth from the great city to Delaware?
Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
Takes about 45, 50 minutes. I've had to take an hour and a half before the president decides to randomly show up,
Right.
Yeah, that's been a bitch.
especially with this election season.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that to be over so that they're not in the city every other day and the
Yeah.
streets are insane.
It's crazy. It's nonstop, just like protests. And so
Yeah.
you have a vested interest. You're in the military. What do you think is going on with our country? Give us your perspective from inside the hole.
Yeah.
So I can't really speak too much on it. With all due, respect. I do have some laws I have to follow, Hatch Act and all that.
Really?
But
What laws do you have to follow?
as the Hatch Act,
What's that?
the federal employees, especially acting in a official status,
Yeah.
they can't really represent or endorse anybody.
You can't have opinions while you're wearing that?
But
I mean,
if you're outside the workspace, I think you're good to kind of let it rip.
Fair enough, but I don't want to give like a bad representation of that.
Sure.
Makes sense.
Sure, sure, sure.
Hold on one second.
Try to get the inside scoop on what being in the military is like these
Yeah.
days and what it looks like.
What do you do for them?
So I'm a logistics specialist for the Navy. I've been doing it for just under 9 years now. I've been assigned to 3 different bases, 3 different tours. So my first tour was in New Orleans, Louisiana. And then I went to Norfolk, Virginia.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then after my tour in Norfolk, I got stationed in Delaware, but decided to move here because I thought it was more
Wait, I'm
exciting.
confused for a second. You said you were in boot camp in 2016,
Yes.
but you said you've been doing this for 9 years.
Yes.
Is my math off?
No, that's right. It's right around
Is
there.
that right?
Yeah.
just
20
under 9 years.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
Gotcha.
So I was
2025.
confused. Yeah. All right.
Wow.
So in 2025, will be 9 years.
In 2025
Gotcha,
will be
gotcha,
9 years.
gotcha.
Okay.
So
Do you work in
I went
Northeast
to
Philly
public
right
school.
now?
I'm sorry.
no, I work in right outside Wilmington,
Wilmington.
Delaware.
Oh, okay. My bad. You said that. Yeah, of course.
What do you do for the Navy?
I'm a logistics specialist.
Yeah. What's that mean?
So we handle the logistics side of the house. We order materials, parts, whatever people need to get the job done, whether it's medical supplies, aircraft parts, ship parts, you name it. We order that, we inventory all that stuff. Some of us also handle forklifts. I used to operate a forklift in the past. I haven't done it since I got here. Because I'm more on the administrative side since I got here. More paperwork side
Yeah, I
here.
was saying,
Right.
you're just signing for parts right now?
Signing for parts, picking up parts, doing mail, stuff like that here.
So are you a contract specialist?
I've done contracts, but
So you're
I'm
doing both.
familiar-
You're in the weeds and the paperwork, and then you're also on the floor, kind of handling.
Yeah, like in my position, I have the unique opportunity to actually network with some of the civilian counterparts because I actually have to make partnerships with local restaurants for
what?
our guys,
For what?
and then local hotels to put them up in rooms for whenever they come to do our drills. We do monthly drills where I am stationed at.
Yeah.
And we have to make sure
Why restaurants? I can understand hotels.
we have to feed these guys whenever they do their drills, basically.
Got it. No mess hall?
We don't have one.
Huh?
So that's like the next best option.
So I'm kind of curious. Your tours have all been domestic.
Yes.
I've never heard. I guess I just don't know enough about it. But like, I would think tours are like outside of the country for the most part. What does a tour domestically look like?
So that depends on what kind of command you're attached to, what your duty is. Your tours can be stateside, but you can still go overseas. And I did that with my second tour in Virginia. So I'll give you like a timeline, right? So 2016, 2019, it was my tour in Louisiana. That was mostly stateside. We didn't deploy anywhere. We just worked there the whole time. Most of my stuff was really off time. I was just like doing stuff in the city, did some stuff with the parades for Mardi Gras.
Like for fun, or like that was part of your job? You're
But
saying?
technically, it was for fun, but it was also counted as a volunteer opportunity, believe it or not.
Those
Oh, wow.
things had to be hot as shit in the New Orleans
Yes.
sun.
Granted, in the summer, you can roll your sleeves up, but it doesn't really help all that much.
I was just down there in September. That's a
Yeah.
heat that I've never experienced in my life. That place stunk.
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
a tour down there.
What,
A
New
lot.
Orleans?
New Orleans stunk.
What did you go there for?
Eagles game.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to see quite a few.
How was the stadium? I'm
awesome.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Super.
Oh, you're fine.
Sick.
Superdome, honestly, compared to the link, it's kind of a dump.
I think they
Really?
re-upped it. I think they revamped it.
They revamped it, but looking at it now, it's like it's kind of one of the older stadiums in the NFL.
It's definitely one of the older stadiums, yes. But I do think they revamped
it is a dome.
recently. But it is a dome, and it needs to be a dome.
That is,
It could.
that's
They
like
could never
the
play
only-
The
outside.
link should be a dome. It's like
I'm a retractable roof guy.
yeah, but retractable roof makes you Super Bowl eligible, right?
Well, yeah,
That's what I mean. We like why build a stadium in the modern era to not make it Super Bowl eligible?
because the people of Northeast Philly would riot down the streets.
So
Just saying.
they made us this way. That's not our fault. Like someone had to grease the first pole. You know
It's
what I
true.
mean? Someone had to show us the way.
It's probably your kind.
We're not a smart bunch. You know what I mean? We're
Yeah.
just you like the torch, we follow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Someone had to go up the pole the first time.
Yeah, but you guys do
It's
rally.
probably William Penn.
You do like a good rally, you guys.
Yeah, I do.
You do like a
I
good
do.
rally in January.
I have some memories.
How many sets of your fatigues do you get?
3 sets.
It's just 3, and then you have to wash them yourselves, or are they washed in?
We do it ourselves every year or so. They give us money to buy new ones,
Okay.
but it's only to replace one set. In reality, they only give us enough to really replace like one set.
Yeah.
So we kind of had to get the rest out of pocket.
Nice.
Now, do you have a choice whether you wear those in public or do you wear regular like street clothes or
This is our normal working uniform.
right?
I just chose this. Actually, I was actually coming back home to watch this.
Watch the
and
portal?
And I was like, you know what? I walk by here every day, going back home or to work. So I was like, you know, I'm going to check the portal out. You know, go see, make myself seen a little bit.
There's no audio. It's the
That's-
biggest
that's
waste of
fine.
time.
Yeah.
That's fine. They can still see me.
Yeah.
Could be cool. You could talk. It's different countries. You could talk shit and be like, keep messing around, and I'll be right there with you.
Well,
That's true.
I was trying to freestyle
Yeah.
for Dublin.
Yeah.
I'm trying to spit a 16 for Dublin right now.
Yeah.
We go ban for ban.
Yeah, Poland's like you. Paul's like, you start acting up, I might be over there to put you in line.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still an interesting experience though. I was just like, you know what? I'm heading home. I gotta watch this anyway, so I
Sure.
might as well just go. I might as well go pop by there for a few minutes, and that's when I ran into you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good opportunity.
Nice,
Absolutely.
man. Anything else?
Before you go, why don't you give us your craziest military story that you can share on the internet? And don't hold back. Give it to us full force.
Full force.
Raw dog it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you
I'm
may.
gonna try to keep this PG rated because you know I got to keep it somewhat.
Give us
professional here.
PG-13.
Our, yeah, our
Yeah.
viewers are 13 or older.
Like
for
the
sure.
old school
Fair enough.
PG-13 where they just said shit.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
We
know.
mark it not safe for kids.
And
That's
one fuck.
One fuck. Yeah.
One
like Deadpool.
single.
Yeah.
Not quite like Deadpool, but
Singular.
And the thing where like girls cover their boobs, but just their nipples, like that
Mhm.
kind of PG.
so I remember I was going back in my first tour in New Orleans. During my time there, I was actually counted as one of the volunteer opportunities. Although for us it was more fun, but still, I took the opportunity to go participate in a couple of the Mardi Gras parades. So I was in quite a few of those. One of the craziest experiences I had is we had a parade float. We had all of our guys walking behind the float, and I was driving a little shuttle van right behind our guys.
Yeah.
So I was driving it so that they could, you know, if they need to sit down, you're walking like a 6-mile parade route in boots. You know, it's a good walk in boots. So if they're not used to it, if feet hurt, they need to sit down. I was driving the shuttle van for that. So I was just driving it, you know, trying to crank up the stereo to try to keep the mood up, the party mood up. And I had a bunch of girls just come in. One of them actually pulled my head out of the window and just started kissing me in the cheek and the lips.
Wow.
I had quite a few
Lips?
girls actually flash me.
Oh, like their boobs and
Yeah,
stuff like that?
actually
yeah.
with boobs.
Big jiggly
I
ones.
mean,
Yeah.
you serve the country. You deserve one every day.
It's still unexpected. It's like we did not expect that.
Yeah.
To be honest, I did not
You-
expect it.
You didn't.
You didn't expect
Go ahead. Go ahead. I know what you're saying.
you didn't
Look-
expect titties in New Orleans
Well, I knew that part,
during
but-
Mardi Gras.
during Mardi Gras?
I expected that part.
I went in
but the
September. I saw like
timing-
4 patches.
But the timing had happened, I didn't expect it. I was
saw
just
4
looking
patches.
around, everything looked normal to me, and then all of a sudden, I see boobs in my face. I was
Yeah.
like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
How'd you react?
I was like, "Dang."
You said dang to the dude?
I was like, "Damn," but
damn.
it's
Damn.
Shawty
like,
love.
but it's just like, you know, I'm just like a little shocked. I didn't really know how to
My
react.
saddle.
Yeah.
In my head, I was thinking, "Damn," but some one of my other guys in the parade actually gave me an idea of ripping my patches off. I could just go get new ones eventually.
Got it.
Oh, but
Give
that's
them
like,
to like the most gorgeous girl I saw. So,
but that
I
would be
did
like a big
that.
no-no, wasn't it? If you take your patches off.
We could go buy new ones.
Oh,
That's
really? I
fine.
feel like patches. Like
But if you're sitting there out in public with like the patches off, I think,
Yeah.
from my understanding, that's a big no-no.
That's a different branch of Navy. We're kind of okay with that.
got it.
Yeah.
As long as you can't wear one patch and one off, Like you have one on, one off. You can't do that. You have to have both off or both on.
Damn.
Breaking
So-
news: Navy's chill,
Every time I think of like people ripping
chill like that.
ripping
Navy,
patches
More at
off.
11.
more at 11.
Every time I think of people like ripping patches off, I just think of Bruce Willis in Armageddon.
Yeah.
Where he rips off his patch, says he gives it to Ben Affleck,
Yeah.
and puts him back in the thing. He's gonna go set the nuke off.
Well, I hope you're not ripping off patches because you just called boobs patches a little while ago. That made me nervous.
Batches. B. With a
It
B.
sounded like you said 2 patches. It definitely did.
I thought
Or
it was
4
pat-
patches.
Which I
4
totally
batches.
respect. I think
Yeah,
I might
saw
actually
4
steal that.
I saw 4 batches.
Yeah.
You can have it because I never said it. All right. Well, this
Yeah.
conversation has devolved into nothingness. We
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks for
Uh,
coming
Thanks for your
on.
service.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Appreciate
no
your
problem.
service. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for having me on.
Have a great night.
I think he's a real deal.
I disagree. It
Yeah.
confirmed I just couldn't find the right questions. I know for a fact there's no way.
I mean, we could like as soon as he walks away, we could call my stepdad. I'll FaceTime him right now and ask him. My stepdad's lifelong military.
I'm not trying to get like an incident.
Nobody wears their fatigues like that. The fatigues are tucked in. Your shirt's always tucked in, and then your pants are tucked into your boots, and your boots are tightened all the
He's
way up
got-
to like midway through your shin. And
he's
there's
got
never
etnies
like an
on.
exposed. Are those etnies?
It
You think
looks
he might
like it.
shred? Ryan Sheckler did. He's here.
Do a tray flip.
Damn, tray flips are hard.
All right. Listen, everybody at home. I
We'll
don't,
let
know
you
how,
decide.
I don't know how many people are from the military that watched this episode, but you got to let us know if this guy was a fake or not.
And if we're wrong, then we're wrong, and we take it on the nose.
Yeah, 100%.
But just let us know.
100%.
That's what the comment section's for. We can't
100%.
moderate that.
No, dude.
People say what they say.
Yeah.
I don't give a hoot or a hell.
I like that. All right. My man, you want to come on? Come on in. Join in. Dude, we're only going to have dudes on this episode. What a bunch of misogynistic pigs.
Finally, a good
lots
episode.
of guys, lots of dudes.
What's up,
What's
dude?
up?
How
What's
are
going
you?
on, man?
What's up, man? Get comfy. Won't keep you too long. It's a little cold, but and
It's a little bit, it's like a little 5
come on
minutes.
in. We're all friends
Yeah,
here.
man.
We ain't got no
As long as you
slack.
want, dude.
We
Hang
got,
out.
we got no slack on this
All
bitch.
right.
I'm technically unemployed. So I'm hanging out. I'm just hanging out.
Technically. What's your
Oh,
name?
man, my name Ty, man.
Tom?
Yeah, Ty.
Ty?
Ty.
Yeah,
Oh, Ty.
Thank you.
Ty.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah, what do you
So,
I got you.
all right. So look, right. So what I do is, I have a brand called Sour Heart 215.
Okay.
I've been being real consistent at it since December 27th, and it's made for up and coming artists like within the city. I had people from all over. I got people from, of course, Philly.
Mhm.
I had people from Detroit. I had somebody on there named Holesville. He from Philly. I had somebody else on there. I interviewed her. She's a singer, but she always get mistaken for a rapper. She
So you
go
do
by
like
Telly-
content and stuff, you're saying? Like
Yeah.
podcasts
Yeah.
and stuff?
Yep,
Nice.
podcast type of content. She go by Telly Stoneman.
Yeah.
I had somebody else on there. She go by Mystical Rivera. She's a rapper. She from Philly.
Nice.
And a few other people. Y'all can feel free to check out the content.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
You
No.
you a fashion designer, right? You said it's like
So-
clothing brand? Sorry.
Clothing. So yeah, the clothing also. So I got something called this right here.
Yeah,
I
Sour
got the
Heart,
hat.
yeah.
It says Sour Heart 215, and the meaning behind the name is, hold up. Let me
Yeah,
just
I know,
grab
it's
that.
bothering me too, thank you.
Yeah. So the meaning behind the name actually came from one day I was just sitting in the house and I didn't want to go with bittersweet, and I was just thinking about relationships in general. That's romantically, non-romantically, and I was just thinking about and like with people, and it ties into the music also because people that rap, they sing, they got some type of pain, some type of something, things of that nature going
I
on.
like that. Sour Heart.
So the sour part represents the trauma, the pain, just when things just not right in life, right?
Yeah.
So the heart represents the blood, sweat, and tears and emotion that you put into it. And then on the back of this hat, it says, on the back of my hat, it say love, because I think we all trying to get to the ultimate peace and love at the end of it.
Love that.
So that's
I like
the
that
meaning
I like the
behind
brand
the
messaging
brand.
behind that.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah.
Huh.
What
And-
platforms do you use to market yourself?
I use Instagram and YouTube.
Mm.
Yeah, so I use.
You got to get on the talk.
You got to get on TikTok.
I
You gotta get
know,
on
man.
TikTok.
Everybody told me to TikTok.
I mean,
I
everyone must be
gotta
right
get on
then.
there.
Why are you holding back? What's holding you back from the TikTok?
No, it's just that I got so much content. I don't try to get caught up on.
Yeah.
I know I need to take 5 minutes.
It's
to
just
make
you
one.
just got to you just
I
got
gotta-
to push.
yeah, I gotta
Listen,
get it.
I'll make you a deal.
I'm gonna get it.
I have 500,000 followers on TikTok. I will wear your brand on TikTok for a week if you make a TikTok account and put a video out by what's today right now?
What is it, October
The
24th?
So 24, so
Yeah.
26. So by Saturday night, if I check TikTok, look, I'll show you my account right now.
All right.
My name's Jawnski215 on TikTok. It don't get more Philly than that.
Yeah.
I have over 150,000 followers just in Philadelphia.
Okay.
I will wear a T-shirt, a hat. Give me something. I will wear it. I will mention it, and I will tell my people to look out for it. But you gotta make the account, and you gotta make the first video.
All right, and I actually already got. I actually got a couple videos and stuff. I just got to transfer stuff over. That's
it.
all that matters.
You just gotta take the
Nice.
leap. You just gotta.
Because I had one before, but it got crashed out, and then I just haven't got back to actually making one.
Yeah.
I know I need to make one though.
You know what, dude? I will match that. I have 314 followers. If you give me your stuff, I'll wear it. And I don't know what'll happen.
All 300 in New Jersey, though. He's at 115,000 only in
It's
Philadelphia.
like 9 of my cousins too, so they're great dudes. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
How
and
the
I'll
hearts?
be working on. I'll be
Great
rolling-
sour and sweet, and they're gone. Yeah.
Yeah, and as far as my merch goes,
Yeah.
especially like right now, because I just want to work on the hats. That's like my main focus for right now. They actually brimless hats. Hold on, I'm about to show y'all.
Yeah.
These actually my last ones I had.
Yeah.
So
Those are sick, dude. Oh, I love that.
Oh, I actually kind of like that. No bill and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, that's sick, dude. It's like a fisherman's can.
That
Yeah.
rules.
that's what they look like.
Damn, you got no. You like? So did you like take the bill off?
Huh?
Did you take the bill off and then here put the mic in so people can hear you? I guess you took the bill off and then you just
Yeah.
sewed it.
No,
They come like
so
this.
The hats come
Yeah,
like
you could buy
this.
them like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could buy them like this.
Really?
Yeah, so I
I've
bought
never
them
seen
like
a hat like
this.
this, have you?
Yeah.
I've seen a couple.
Yeah, I just
So-
did merch stuff, so I seen like the blanks for this. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Is that new?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the no
Yeah.
bill thing. I just started seeing that like
So-
fairly recently. It's pretty
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, because I actually been wearing brimless hats since like 2018.
Yeah.
I just started wearing them because I just was like, you know what? I'm tired of wearing brim hats.
Mhm.
I used to have a lot of brim hats, and I just would say I wanted something different. And then eventually, shout out to Maverick EMOC. He a dope artist from Philly. He rap and he do artwork. So
Nice.
Hell yeah.
shout out to him. Y'all can get with him.
When you make hats, do you ever consider the 28-year-old balding community while you're making it?
Or the 31-year-old balding.
Do you ever think about guys like us, dude?
Yeah.
We might need the bill. I need
Yeah,
the bill.
because my shit's T-top.
Yeah.
I got a Camaro.
Yeah,
up
this
there.
stuff's too
Look
much.
at
Yeah,
that.
like,
Yeah,
we're on
you
the
know
same
what?
page.
I
Yeah,
mean-
thank you, bro.
I mean,
My shit is running for the
I
hills.
keep that in mind. But the main I keep
That's not my brand. That's not my
That's
brand. You're not
totally
my
fair.
demo.
Totally fair. I appreciate it.
I keep that in mind,
Sure.
but I just think it's just so different and so unique
Yeah.
from other things. That's what really made me want to go this way. Because
Who
you don't
wants
see
bald?
nobody
Who wants
in
bald guys wearing their product anyway? Right?
Yeah.
Hey, look, I don't
That's
discriminate.
your number one demographic, dude. What the fuck, dude? We're friends just 2 seconds
I
ago.
forgot you were right there. I
You
was
know what?
looking
I'm
right
taking
through
back
you.
my 314 followers. They're not gonna ever see your
dang,
stuff, dude.
all right.
The glare made you disappear.
What are we gonna do here? Look, dude, I'll call cops. I'm scared.
No,
Thought it was a traffic reflector next to me.
you ain't got nothing to worry about. City Hall right there.
Yeah.
There you go.
For sure.
There you go.
For sure.
I love
How
the
long you
design,
been?
though.
So you've been doing this since December 27th.
Yeah,
I like how you have that date
27th,
right in your
yeah.
mind. So what are you gonna
Yeah,
do for your 1 year anniversary?
A 1 year anniversary, man. That's a good question. I
Um,
think, man, you know what, man? I'm gonna try to make sure I get some hoodies out here soon too.
Okay.
Nice.
It's that weather.
That time of year, yeah.
It
Joe.
is. It is hoodie
Get some
weather.
It got
hoodies
cold
out
out
there.
here quick.
It did get cold out here quick.
But this weather been weird though.
Dude, it's gonna be like 80 degrees next week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We
Yeah.
don't know what to wear. You know what? Don't get mad if somebody come outside with some Tim boots, some shorts,
Mhm.
Yeah.
100%.
and a
And a
long
hoodie on.
john hoodie,
Yeah.
and a long hoodie john with
Yeah.
some hoodies.
Are you
Like,
making any female wear at all? Is there anything for the
feel me?
ladies?
Well, female, you know what? I really want to make my stuff unisex.
Okay, true.
Androgynous.
I feel like,
Yeah.
I want to make it unisex for the simple reason that I learned over the years.
Yeah.
If it's unisex, you can't lose.
True. I can see a couple cool
See-
studs wearing this.
Yeah. Just people. In
I could.
general.
I-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Listen, I love
yeah,
it.
Man, I appreciate y'all for having
Yeah,
me
man.
on,
Yeah,
too,
bro.
man.
Yo,
This is great, man.
Make that TikTok, bro.
Make
Yeah.
that TikTok.
And-
Appreciate it,
I
man.
appreciate
And
it.
he can give you everything that he has or he can after this. I don't know.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna make sure
Go
I
ahead.
get your information and all that.
Yeah. Yeah. Get
Sweet,
out.
you,
bro.
bro.
Thank
Good
you so
luck
much.
with
Dude, thanks for coming
Seriously,
on.
you're
Sour
killing it, man.
heart.
Yeah, Sour
Sour Hearts,
215,
people.
Look out for it, man.
Sour hearts.
Anybody want any interviews, y'all can get with me.
Yes.
I like that too.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
bro.
A salesman.
You're the man.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you.
Oh, I actually have Jawnski 215 shirts for you guys, but I don't have them on me. I meant to bring them.
Not a salesman like Sour Heart.
True.
Listen, this stuff sells itself. You know what I'm saying?
You guys kind of bailed on the stud thing. I was pretty pissed off about that one. I thought you guys were gonna join me.
I thought it was funny. It took me like 3
It caught me off guard. I thought like we were having I thought the conversation was fading out to the end, and then you just threw a stud curveball at me.
You
11
can't just
stud,
throw a
11-2 stud curveball at me.
Right
and
down
I
the middle,
just,
dude.
Yeah, I was a sinker.
The Blue Jays.
Look at you being all fucking
The flannel Jays.
being all goody guy over here.
Listen, I got to give you something.
He's a brand man.
You
He's a
put that
brand
on your
man.
page. That connects the universes a little more. You know what I mean? People maybe want to see Jawnski 215 on a podcast more often.
Whatever
You
you
know what I
want,
mean?
dude.
Dude,
I
I
really appreciate you coming along.
yeah, dude, this was
This
fun.
was fucking great, man.
I would love to do this with you guys at like a live sporting event. Like do it live during the event. Like
I would love
like a fucking high school basketball game, and just like or a shitty college game. Like
We could do like a
CCP.
D3.
Like
Dude,
what's
the
it? The
acoustics.
CCP
Dude,
Panthers.
Dude, if we did a
Acoustics
community
would be
college
so
basketball
bad.
game. Who was it?
This is me thinking like an idiot, but the acoustics would be terrible
Yeah, yeah, of course. It'd just be nonstop echoes and screeching.
and whistling.
Yeah.
We get a box.
Sound like that-
Plexiglass.
Yeah.
Live from nowhere.
Oh my god. Yeah. So is that? I guess that's the episode.
That's
Yeah.
the episode.
That's guys, give it up for our fucking boy Jawnski joining us, the man, the myth. What a
awesome.
secret weapon, dude.
Kyle's got a new toy.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't even know which one it was.
I'm
It was
surprised we
C.
didn't see No Shorts just like walk by somewhere.
Yeah.
True.
Every time I come down here, I see him somewhere.
Yeah.
He's found his place on this pod before.
Wow.
What do you think of the portal?
I thought the portal was stupid. I thought it was dumb, but it was awesome.
Yeah, lame. I was
Yeah.
trying to share my mixtape with the people of the world.
Yeah, it's cool.
They
for
didn't
like,
vibe with it.
No.
It's
Yeah.
cool for like 5 seconds, and then you're just like, how many ways can you do?
It's also pick better countries. Why is Lithuania on there?
Yeah.
What are
Did
we
anyone
doing?
even get sturdy in front of it?
I think I saw a single
I
stir.
saw the
no.
Irish twerking.
Oh, did you see Elmo the activist was in front of it?
no.
Philly Elmo?
Was he letting him
Oh,
know?
Elmo.
Yeah.
I saw the
I
Elmo
call him
picture.
Elmo the activist.
Oh, was he an activist?
Well, the original photo of him was at after the George Floyd thing. At the, when they set Foot Locker on fire.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh,
I got like 6 left Air Force Ones still.
The thing that I think I remember Elmo for is remember when the refinery blew up
Yeah.
and there's that picture of,
Yeah,
of like the fire in the refinery and
Yeah.
Elmo's just like
Yeah.
Coming out.
There are some Philly legends like Philly Jesus,
Mhm.
Elmo the activist,
Philly Jesus.
the
We'll see
horse
him.
guy in Kensington.
Yeah.
I think
You
I
guys
see
might be a
Philly.
little-
I think I see Philly Jesus more than I
Yeah.
see
See him all the time now.
No shorts.
Kind of losing his luster a little bit.
Yeah.
That's me.
Now he drives
Yeah,
an
it's like
Uber.
what is it? The 15th coming? Come on, man. I see,
We get it, dude.
I see
You
you every
came
day
out
in
of the
traffic,
tomb.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're driving Uber, when you
Yeah, yeah, when
kinda
you get picked
cross
up-
over to that side. Yeah, corporate Jesus.
He walks on lanes.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
You got anything else before we close it up?
No, thanks again, dude. This was
Yeah,
great.
dude,
Yeah, man.
I appreciate you
rule.
for having me on, dude.
I
Yeah.
appreciate you. Yeah, go follow Jawnski on TikTok. Are you just on TikTok?
Just on TikTok.
I love that. Yeah,
Exclusive.
love that. All right, everybody. Well, hey, thanks for tuning in. Go follow Jawnski, and
Or
we'll
don't.
see you next week. Peace.